All right, let's go ahead and get started. Number 16, this is part 2. A box of 8 snack bars cost $24.72, and a single snack bar cost $3.47. What's the savings on each snack bar if you buy a box of snack bars? So let's take a look. It is a multi-step problem, but it's not complicated. What I want you to do is to think about HEB. When you go and I go through and buy those little power bars to get me through the day, and it's over by the vitamins, and so they sell those boxes, and then they also sell the single bars. And I've done this math all the time because I always want to see what is the better deal. And sometimes when there's a coupon individually, so this is for number 16, and I'm going to write down my facts. Do not forget to start writing down your facts. So I have box of 8 costs $24.72. Make my little dollar sign. Then I have a single bar. I should put 8 bars. Cost $3.47. I'm just thinking I would have never paid for a single bar. That's $3.47. I don't know. I would have to do some really powerful magical stuff. So my question, what's the savings on each snack bar if you buy a box? So here, the savings, I'm going to rephrase it, the savings of each snack bar is blank if I buy a box. Okay, so now what am I going to do? Well, first of all, I need to find out, what do we need to find out? What are operations? Yeah, we're going to have 2 different operations. Do we know the cost of each of these bars because we bought this one? No, so we're going to have to do what? Absolutely, we got to divide. I've got to find out. So do this. Kind of make that 3-dimensional and kind of sketch this out here. I'm risking it because I don't have any pencils. It's kind of big. It's like really big. I made it too wide, but that's okay. And inside here, I have 8 bars. So there's 1 bar. You can use your imagination. 2 bars, 3 bars, 4 bars, 5 bars, 6 bars, and then 7 bars. So that's kind of crazy. It's a mess, but some of y'all are much better drawers than I am. Okay, so I have 8 bars here. I'm just going to draw it out because it kind of looks really sad. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I know that these 8 bars cost a total of $24.72. And now I need to find the cost of each of those. What operation am I going to do when I draw it out like this? Absolutely right. It's divide. And I'm going to put, excuse my drawing. I don't like to use markers because of the mistakes that I can't erase when I'm doing it cold turkey on a table on a video. All right, so now I'm going to divide this. So my equation is going to be $24.72 divided by 8 because I have my 8 groups. And I'm going to find out the cost of each bar. Okay, because it wanted us to find out the savings of each snack bar. Okay, so I have this snack bar here, but now I need to find out the cost of these snack bars individually. So let me go ahead and buy that out. So I'm going to have $24.72 divided by 8. Okay, and now let's get started. Thinking back on my base 10s, right? I have 2 10s. Can 2 10s be divided equally into 8 groups? Nope. But if I have 24 1s, and if you have to get used to it, go for it. If you don't need to do that anymore, yay. You need to write out your facts and saying, okay, well, if I had my 8 bars times, and I got to get close to the 24, so I have 8 times 2, there's 2 in each group, that's 20, that's 16. I was about ready to write the 3 down, that's where I got that one. That 8 times 3 equals 24. Look at that. So I'm going to have my 3 because I know that 3 will go into each group. Put my multiplication sign up here. 3 wholes times 8 equals 24. Now I can subtract that out. I use 24 to the 24, and that is 0. I have my decimal right straight up here and put that into my problem. Let me see if I can move this over just a bit. Okay. All right, now the next thing I have is my dimes because I'm thinking money. So now I'm going to have 7 dimes. Can I do anything with the 7 dimes and evenly distribute those in my 8 groups? No, I can't. So I'm going to put my 0 right above here. And now I have the 2 hundredths, which are 2 pennies. So I'm going to bring down my 2 pennies. And now I'm going to have 72 pennies, 72 cents, 72 hundredths. And so I'm going to continue on. If I had my 8, okay, so now what else can you multiply? Okay, I heard somebody say 48. Can I keep going? Because I need to get close to 72 as possible. I need 8 times 8 is what I heard. That's 64. 8 times 9. Oops, there we go. That's 72. So it's going to be 9 pennies. So 9 times 8 equals 72. And I'm subtracting that out, and that's 0. So each bar is going to cost $3.09. So I'm going to place this over here. So each bar is $3.09. But now it wants us to find the difference. What is my savings by buying it in a box? The savings of each bar. Subtract these two. Well, this is going to be $3.47, and I'm going to label this. I'm going to put single snack bar. The $3.09, this is going to be the box, each bar, just so that I can see the difference. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and subtract. I have 9. Can I take 7 out of it? Nope, got to go back and regroup. So then I take 1 10 away and bring it over to my 1. So now I have 17 minus 9 equals 3 minus 0 equals 3. Bring down my decimal. 3 minus 3 equals 0. Please get into the habit of putting that down. Even though you see it as a 0, I've seen it way too many times, guys, that somebody, they think that it's like, oh, I thought that was supposed to be 0, and they forgot to subtract that out. So be really careful. So the difference is 38 cents per bar. Okay, if you want to take that further, you could always find out, well, so each bar was they're saving 38 cents. And so see how many different ways you can do to expand out the problem. All right, so that's a challenge. So the answer here is B. And I'm going to write the savings of each box is 38 cents. So the question then is it best to buy the box or buy them individually? Yep, it's best to buy the boxes and buy the bars in the box rather than individually. It's going to cost you more. All right, let's look at number 18, not 17, but 18. I need to switch papers out because they're bleeding through. All right, so number 18. It reads that Addie divides by 6 and gets a quotient of 9 3/10. What's the dividend in Addie's division problem? Oh my gosh, y'all should know that one, right? So let's do this. So I'm going to write out my equation. This something divided by some. So I have, this is my dividend. This is my divisor. So if I go through and I label it really quickly, it's easier to plug it in. All right, so in here it says that my quotient is 9 3/10. So I have 9 3/10. I divide it by 6. This means right here, divided by. And so this is what we're looking for. We just discussed that you're working backwards, and we've done this for our evidence. So 9 3/10 times 6 equals our dividend. E and D. All right, so now let's multiply it out. 9 3/10 times 6. Move my decimal out. 6 times 3 equals 18. Regroup my 1. 6 times 9 equals 54 plus 1 equals 55. And move it back in one place. So my dividend then is 55 8/10. So it's 55 8/10. Then I'm going to mark it over here, 55 8/10. The answer is C. And then our last problem for a multi-step problem, I'm actually going to just do it on another sheet of paper because I'm not quite sure how much paper I'm going to use. I'm going to do write a little big. Numbers love space. All right, 7 students. So I'm going to write the number 7 on top. 7 students bought a ticket to the Science Museum. Now they paid a total of $40.25. This is how much they paid. Remember that total? So what operation is when you're given the total? Absolutely. So I have a group and so I can already know what's going to be happening. Now I had 6 students. I'm going to write my 6 above the written word. Bought a ticket to the art museum. Their cost was $31.50. So what is the difference? What does difference mean? Very good, subtraction. In price between a ticket to the Science Museum and a ticket to the art museum. All right, well, let's take a look. Write down my facts. I know that we had 7 students. We're going to Science Museum. So the Science Museum and the total cost was $40.25. I don't like to write in the red zone, but oops, sorry about that. There you go. Can you see it now? All right, the next fact that I have Well, the next group was 6 students. And they were going to the art museum. And they had a total cost on their tickets was what? Very good, $31.50. And we want to know, so the question is, what is the difference in price between a ticket that's and a ticket to the art museum? So here I'm going to put the difference in price between a ticket to the science museum and a ticket to the art museum is blank. So we're looking for the difference. So I want you to take a look at your answer choices. Was it by 50 cents, by $1, by $8.75, or by... So we're looking for what is that price difference on each ticket. So what would I need to do here? Yeah, the operation, this is going to be division, and what is the other one? Absolutely right, that's division because we're looking for the cost of the ticket. So for this first one, so I'm going to have the Science Museum. Oops, misspelled science. Goodness gracious, it's getting late. It was a busy afternoon after class or after school. So Science Museum, I have $40.25 divided by 7. So let me go ahead and work that out. Okay, I have 10 fours. Can't do anything with it because that can't be divided equally into the, or divided into the 7 groups or fair share. I'm going to come over here and it's like, well, let's see, how close? Well, I know that 7 times 4 equals 28. Can I keep growing? Yep. 7 times 5 equals 35. So if I have 5 in each group of 7, in each group, it's 35. So I think that's the closest I can get because the next one would be 42. So I'm going to have my 5. So this was 0. So 5 ones times 7 equals 35. So it's 35 of the 40. I have 5 remaining. Now I'm going to have my tenths, so that's 50 tenths. Bring down my 2, that's 52 tenths. Well, let me see if I can put in another 7 times 7 equals, adding another group of 7 to this equals 49. Oops, I think that's as far as I can go because 7 won't work. It's bigger, it's 56. So this is going to be, now I'm going to have my decimal before I can even, I have to move it up to divide my whole number and my tenths. So I can actually have 7 tenths times 7 equals 49. And I'm away, what, 3? Is that right? 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep, I doubted myself. I regrouped, so that's 12. So there's 3 tenths that are left. Can't do anything with those, so I'm going to bring down my hundredths and turn this into hundredths. Now I have 35 hundredths. Oops, well, I've already figured out that I can have 5 in each of those groups. So 7 times 5 equals 35. And science tickets cost $5.75. Now let's take a look at the art. So I'm going to move this over here. So at our art museum, We had 6 kids that went, and theirs was $31.50. Okay, so now let's look. $31.50, and I'm going to write out the equation here. $31.50, and I did not go and check my work. You can do that. That's your job. $5.75 times 7. Does that equal to $40.25? All right. This is going to be divided by 6 equals, and this is my quotient, what? So I have $31.50 by 6. All right, the same concept. So 3 tens cannot be broken into 6 groups. So let's see, I have 6. If I have 6 groups and there's going to be 2 in each group, that's 12. If I have 6 groups and there's 3 in each group, that's 18. If I have 6 groups and there's 4 in each group, that's 24. If I have 6 groups and there's 5 in each group, that's 30. I think that's as far as I can go. So I can't, nothing with my 3 tens, but I can have 31 1, so it's going to be 5 to give me 30, and I'm going to have 1 left over. So I have 1 ones left. I'm going to go to my tenths now, bring that down, and now I have 15 tenths. Well, how close can I get? I've already made my my reference chart. 2 tenths in each. Before I do that, I need to bring up my decimal to separate my ones and my tenths. So here I said that I can have 2 tenths. So 2 times 6 equals 12. Oops. And I have 3 tenths left over. Can't do anything with that. So I'm going to break those up. And I have my 0. So now I'm going to have a total of 30 hundredths. Well, did I just figure that one out over here? Using my reference, I can have 5 in each group. So 5 times 6 equals 30. Subtract that out, and I'm 0. So each ticket cost $5.25. Now we're looking at the difference. Okay, so I'm going to flip my paper. I'm trying to see if I can. I'm going to do it right over here. So if we had the SM for Science Museum that cost $5.75, and we had the AM for Art Museum that cost $5.25. What's the difference in each ticket, the cost? So 5 minus 5 equals 0, 7 minus 2 equals 5. Bring down my decimal, 5 minus 5 equals 0. So the cost difference is 50 cents. Which one costs more, the Art Museum or the Science? Yep, the Science Museum costs more. It costs 50 cents more than the Art Museum. That's pretty interesting. Why do you think that? Yeah, it probably has more stuff in there. With Science, you've got all sorts of things. Okay, and that's 50 cents. And so my answer over here is A. All right, that does it for tonight. You guys, I hope that you're able to get this done. At least start practicing on your division, because you have to be masters at it before you leave 5th grade. So you have to actually be masters, because you do have your test on Friday. Y'all take care, and I will see you tomorrow.